Boucher and Amanda Smith. And now, the Case Western Reserve University softball team would like to honor its 8 soon-to-be graduating members. These 8 seniors have helped the Spartans go 122-31 over the last 4 seasons, good for a 797 winning percentage, the most wins and best 4-year winning percentage in program history. The senior class also helped the team win 3 consecutive UA championships over the last 3 seasons, and 4 times guide the Spartans to the NCAA tournament, including an appearance in the Super Regional round in 2022. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the CWRU softball class of 2024. Our first senior is Savannah Gazda. Savannah has appeared in 49 games throughout her career with the Spartans, including 15 this season. Appearing as both a pitcher and hitter during her career, Savannah logged 25 and 1/3 innings in the circle and compiled 14 strikeouts. At the plate, she has 12 hits, 5 runs batted in, and 5 runs scored in her career. Following graduation, she was working at the Banner Whitloff Law Firm before attending George Washington University Law School in the fall. A pitcher infielder with degrees in political science and international studies, pursuing a master's degree in military ethics from Mount Prospect, Illinois, the daughter of Joe and Lucy Gazda, number 8, Savannah Gazda. Our next senior is Kylie Gross. Kylie has been one of the best hitters in program history throughout her career, ranking in the top 5 in career batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. Earlier this season, she became just the 3rd player in program history to have at least 100 runs batted in and 100 runs scored. She also set the program record for stolen bases in a career and ranked 6th in program history with 21 career home runs. Gross is a 2-time All-UAA first-time selection and 2-time academic All-America. Following graduation, Kylie will be completing her master's degree in biomedical engineering while playing another year of softball. An infielder majoring in biomedical engineering from Canfield, Ohio, the daughter of Eric and Lily Gross, number 27, Kylie Gross. Our next senior is Kella Jagoda. Kella has been a consistent presence in the Spartan lineup throughout her career, appearing in every game over the past 4 seasons and starting all but 2 contests. Last season, she was named to the All-UA first team and All-Regional second team. For her career, Jagoda has a .310 batting average on 126 hits. She has also batted in 59 runs, scored 94 times, the 16th highest total in program history, and stolen 70 bases, the 3rd most of any Spartan ever. Following graduation, Kella will be working as a medical assistant for a dermatology practice before applying to physician's assistant school. An outfielder majoring in medical anthropology from Oswego, Illinois, the daughter of Dee Murphy and Mike Jagoda, number 13, Kella Jagoda. Our next senior is Jenna Yaklich. Jenna has appeared in 62 games throughout her career with the Spartans as both a pitcher and pinch runner. She has made 46 appearances in the circle across 4 seasons, including 4 starts, recording a 3.52 ERA and 4 saves. Across 65 and 2/3 innings, Jenna has 40 strikeouts with 1 win. On the base path, she has scored 9 times and stolen 4 bases. Following graduation, Jenna will be an intern at the Naval Research Lab in D.C. before heading to the University of Virginia to work toward a Ph.D. in material science and engineering. A pitching major in material science and engineering from Lyman, Colorado, the daughter of Troy Yaklich, number 15, Jenna Yaklich. Our next senior is Jordan Manwarren. A Across her career, Jordan has appeared in 114 games, making 58 starts as catcher and designated player. In 4 seasons, she has a .295 batting average, .406 on-base percentage, and .454 slugging percentage. In addition, Jordan has stolen 23 bases in her career in 25 attempts and has slugged 2 home runs and 23 doubles. After graduation from CWRU, she will be pursuing her doctorate in physical therapy at WashU. A catcher majoring in neuroscience and psychology from Plano, Texas, the daughter of John and Renee Van Warren, and accompanied by her sister Brittany, number 4, Jordan Van Warren. Our next senior is Kayla Nutter. Appearing in 95 games across 4 seasons, Kayla has made 38 starts in the infield in her career. 5 of her 24 hits have been doubles, including one this season, and she has scored 20 times and recorded 22 runs batted in. This weekend, she hit the first and second home runs of her career. Playing all 4 infield positions throughout her time with the Spartans, Kayla has a .912 fielding percentage, making 36 putouts and contributing 67 assists. Following graduation from Case Western Reserve University, Kayla will begin working in the fields of statistics and analytics while also helping coach her high school softball team. An infielder majoring in statistics from Cincinnati, Ohio, the daughter of Ken and Chris Nutter, number 14, Kayla Nutter. Our next senior is Stevie Rieger. A constant presence in the Spartan outfield over the last 4 seasons, Stevie has appeared in 151 games and made 118 starts during her time on campus. This season, she leads the team with a .437 batting average, including 4 home runs and 14 doubles. Throughout her career, Stevie is a .310 hitter with a .376 on-base percentage and a .490 slugging percentage, recording 105 hits, scoring 99 runs, and driving in 70. She is tied for 3rd in program history with 70 stolen bases, including a career-high 31 steals during her sophomore season. After graduation, Stevie will be working as a medical assistant while applying to physician's assistant schools. An outfielder majoring in biochemistry from Napoleon, Ohio, the daughter of Steve and Missy Rieger, number 20, Stevie Rieger. Our final senior is Abby Rizzuto. The heart and soul of the Spartan dugout, Abby has appeared in 35 games across her 4 years on campus, including a career-high 12 as a junior in 2023. She has made just 1 error behind the plate throughout her career, recording 22 putouts and 2 assists for a .960 fielding percentage. This season, Abby has played in 8 games, recording 2 at-bats and a 6-2 win over Brandeis last weekend. A 2-time All-UA academic honoree, next year she will be using her extra year of eligibility to finish her undergraduate degree at CWRU after spending the summer working at DuPont. A catcher majoring in chemical engineering from Hudson, Ohio, the daughter of Glenn Rizzuto and Lynn DeCoste, number 28, Abby Rizzuto. Congratulations to all of our seniors and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome inside Mather Park here at Case Western Reserve University. Today, it's Senior Day. We're celebrating 8 Spartan seniors, and this team honored the 2 seniors for Carnegie Mellon as well. Those were Kira Boucher, plays center field. She's a senior from Ridgewood, New Jersey, alongside Amanda Smith, the pitcher, the senior from New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. Both of them in the starting lineup today. We saw Amanda Smith a couple times yesterday come in relief. She started the game on Friday as well. Started in game 3 as well yesterday, so the second game of yesterday's doubleheader was a reliever in the first one. 8 Spartan seniors, we'll talk about them in just a moment. And good morning once again. I'm Sarzucci, excited to bring you today's broadcast. It's Jenna Yaklich in the circle for the Spartans. She's a senior pitcher from Lyman, Colorado. Making her second start of the year. She started a game against NYU about a month ago. That was also a Sunday morning game, game 4 of that series. The Spartans swept the Violets. They also swept Emory afterwards, and they have clinched their 3rd consecutive UAA championship outright. She pitches to Jordan Manwaring, her catcher, another senior on this Spartans lineup. Jordan Manwaring from Plano, Texas, Plano East Senior High School. First up in the batting order, Kira Boucher for Carnegie Mellon. Mentioned she's one of the seniors for them, and that's 2 strikes, gets her swinging. And a good start so far for Yaklich. Boucher in this series has 2 hits, and they both came in the first game of yesterday's doubleheader. Here's a pop-up over to Karen Potts at short. Karen Potts has had another phenomenal series. She's a first-year player for the Spartans, and a very talented one at that. Here's the lineup in the field for the Spartans. It's very different from what we've seen over the course of the year. Josie Henry, the head coach, has gotten all 8 seniors into the starting lineup, and to do that, she had to make some changes. So we'll start in the outfield because Bella Russo, a junior, is out there. She typically plays first base, played some right field 2 years ago in her freshman season, so she'll get the start out there. Kella Jagoda, a senior from Oswego, Illinois. She's in center field as usual alongside Stevie Rieger, senior from Napoleon, Ohio. Those 2 are regulars in this Spartan outfield, as the 1-0 pitch from Yaklich is low for ball 2. Kayla Nutter came in and played some third base yesterday. She's back in that spot today. Mentioned Karen Potts over at short. Kai Gross at second, and then Savannah Gazda over on first base. Again, that's typically where Bella Russo plays. This is another pop-up into center field in the hole past Karen Potts, who was flying back. Jagoda came up. It was just too shallow for her. So Kira Manji, the designated player, will get herself on base. It's the first hit of the day for Carnegie Mellon.
Now batting, number 30, Coco Sagaha.
Brings up Coco Sagaha, who's 1 for 7 on the series. She's also batted a run in. The Spartans have won all 3 games so far in this series, including 2 yesterday in run rule fashion. First pitch down the middle. Strike number 1. Jenna Yaklich, a very different pitcher from the 2 that we typically see for the Spartans. Lexi Miskey, a rise ball, fastball pitcher. Kylie Hosey specializes in her changeup. Jenna Yaklich throws a drop. This one is a strike, but it gets past Jordan Manwaring. And it was actually fouled off. So Manji will have to head back to first base. Kathy Graff is the home plate umpire. Holds up the count 0-2. This one's fouled down past first base. Jenna Yaklich on the season, a 3.30 ERA. This team has 4 pitchers who have all been very good. Yaklich and Devangi Misra sitting right about the same in terms of ERA numbers, and Miskey and Hosey at 1.7 and 2.3 respectively. Yaklich is making her 17th appearance as this one goes into the dirt, and Manji will slide into second. Looks like Yaklich thought she had a strikeout. I'm going to check with the first base umpire. Didn't go. That was the conversation, so it's going to keep it at a 1-2 count. This one's a ground ball to short. Potts, with that strong arm, is going to get it to first, and Gazda reaches out to get the first out. Manji will advance to third, however, but there are 2 outs. So a play at first would end the inning regardless of what happens down there.
Now batting, number 20, Maya Goodwin.
Brings up Maya Goodwin. Maya Goodwin has been in as the DP for Carnegie Mellon throughout this series. Today she's in the lineup at shortstop to start this game. Here she is in the right-handed batter's box as the first pitch is a little bit up and outside. Yaklich on the year, 14 strikeouts, has walked just 7 batters, and has given up just 11 earned runs on the year. This is another ground ball. This one gets by into left field, and Carnegie Mellon's on the board. Manji will come home on an RBI single from Maya Goodwin. And Goodwin is a player who's been good throughout the series, but also on the season for Carnegie Mellon. She's hitting .349 and just drove in her 23rd run of the year. It's a Carnegie Mellon team that came into the weekend even in their record, 15-15, but have struggled against the Spartans. This one's popped up to second. Kai Gross records the final out of the inning, not before 1 run is sent in for Carnegie Mellon. It's 1-0. The Spartans will have their first chance to bat. So Karen Potts will get things started for the Spartans on senior day. It's a first-year player leading off. She was leading off throughout this series. And she'll swing and miss on the first pitch from a senior from Carnegie Mellon, Amanda Smith. Smith on the year, a .249 ERA, has struck out 101 batters and has walked just 33. She's been very productive, certainly one of the top pitchers in this UAA conference. Karen Potts, a 1-1 count. Her dad's in town this week as well, coming over from Maryland, where she played her high school softball. I was talking to him about Karen's success so far this season the other day, and mentioned Potts was National Player of the Week, Louisville Slugger, last week after her performance against Brandeis in that series. And he said he's going to take an opportunity to brag about her because Karen is so humble that she certainly wouldn't. He told me Karen was an all-state goalkeeper in soccer for 2 years as well. In fact, the only 2 years she played high school soccer, her junior and senior year, as she drills this one, a high fly ball into center, and Kira Boucher is under it. Not as much wind as we had yesterday. Some of those high fly balls were drifting out for home runs for the Spartans, and one of the players who hit one of them is stepping up to bat right now. It's Kai Gross.
Now batting, number 17, Kylie Gross.
And she has had a productive series. Struggled in the first game, was 0 for 3 on Friday. And after yesterday, she's hitting .500. Has a home run, is now driven in 7 runs this series. Has a double as well on 3 hits. She scored 7 times herself as well. She's one of those seniors on this Spartan lineup, one of 8. The second pitch from Smith is up and out. Take a moment to talk about each of these seniors as they step up to the plate. Kai Gross is working on her biomedical engineering degree. She's planning to stay here for 1 more year to work on her master's degree as well. Has another year of eligibility. This entire senior class does, in fact, due to the COVID year. And Kai Gross is planning to use it. 1 more year of softball for her. She's already had a great career, has several career records, including the record for stolen bases, which she set earlier this season. That's the first strike of the count. She's also the 3rd player in program history with both 100 runs and 100 runs batted in. And set those marks a couple weeks ago. This one is another fly ball, this time into left, and Jasmine Chow is under it. Jasmine Chow has been solid in left field throughout this series as well. Made a nice catch yesterday, ran all the way back to that warning track, almost near that foul pole in left field.
Number 11, Bella Russo.
So again, with changes in the lineup today, the batting order is going to look quite different for the Spartans as well. Bella Russo has moved up from where she normally hits, around the 5 or 6 spot. But today she's hitting 3rd. Again, playing in right field today. She's a junior from Amherst, New York. The 1-0 pitch from Smith. She'll hold off and watch strike 1 go by her. Carnegie Mellon with 2 hits and 1 run in the top of the first. But it's been the Spartans who have done the majority of the scoring this series. Yesterday in the second game of the doubleheader, they scored 9 runs on 10 hits. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first, in fact. As Russo will pop this one up in the infield. Smith is under it, and now Coco Sagai comes over from 3rd base, and the Spartans, with no runs this time in the first inning, remains a 1-0 lead heading into the second. So we started talking about some of these Spartan seniors. Again, it's senior day here at Case Western Reserve University. As they come up to bat, we'll talk more about each of them. Let's talk about Jenna Yaklich for a moment. Talked about her season stats. Over her career, she's come in as a reliever several times and tied the program record last season with 4 saves. As this one is sent into left field off the wall. And that's going to be a base hit coming in for a double. And Kai Gross will go for the tag. Thought she had the out. And it was close. But the call is safe at second. Allison Lee, the first-year catcher from Scottsdale, Arizona, will drive that one in. That was well past Stevie Rieger and left. She had to sprint back there to even get the throw off to second and made a close play. But it's the 3rd hit for the Tartans. Yaklich getting the start today. Earlier this semester, she settled on her postgraduate plan. She's going to pursue a PhD in material science at the University of Virginia after she completes her material science undergrad degree here in a couple weeks. This is a bunt attempt, and that's going to be fouled down the first baseline. It's Allie Rome, the second baseman for Carnegie Mellon. And that'll make it an 0-2 count. The pitch from Yaklich falls in the dirt. We've got a great crowd here at Mather Park. Might be the best attendance we've had all weekend. Several parents in town for senior day, as this one is grounded to short, and that one's going to get by Potts. Rare sight. Potts is usually so sure-handed, and that one's going to slip into the outfield. And a rare error for this Spartans team. That's a category they've gotten so much better at compared to the last couple years. Their fielding percent this season is up at almost 98% as a team. But now the Tartans threatening to score again. Runners on the corners with nobody out, as Maddie Beal will step up to the plate. Allie Rome is going to threaten to steal second. Didn't go that time. First pitch was a ball. This one's grounded into right field. It's going to get by Kai Gross. Another run will score. Allison Lee will come home from third. And the base hit is going to put the Tartans up by 2. Jordan Manwarren will head out to the circle to talk to her senior pitcher. It's a different style when you get Lexi Miskey in the circle. You get big strikeout numbers. When you get Hosey, you get a lot of short plays in the infield, pop-ups, things like that. Even with the changeup, her balls are a lot harder to hit. With Yaklich, it's a lot of ground balls, as you've seen today. It's relying on making good plays in the field as well. And the Spartans would like to have a couple of those. And right now, their middle infielders, Kai Gross and Karen Potts, playing near double play depth. Still with nobody out. This one's grounded past Yaklich. Potts will get it. She'll step on second. She'll go to first. Can't get the double play. They're going to say the throw didn't get there in time. And it looked good for a second as Jasmine Chow was heading over to first. Karen Potts did a great job showing off some of her athleticism.
Now batting, number 6, Kara Boucher.
So we'll head back to the top of the Tartan lineup, so we'll get one out. Keeps the runners on the corners. Chow will threaten to steal second. Manwarren didn't make the throw wisely. Allie Rome would have come home for certain. It's Kira Boucher back up at the plate. And she'll watch strike 2 come in. Pitch from Yaklich. This is a ground ball. Gross to Potts. Go to first. And can't make the play there. Another run will come home off of it. Allie Rome comes in to score. So that's 2 runs now in the top of the second. And a chance for a double play. Twice now for the Spartans. And runners both times have beaten the throw to first. Jasmine Chow did it, and now Kira Boucher does the same. Kira Manji up to the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the day, had a single earlier in the first inning. Had the first hit of the day for the Tartans, the first of now 4. An error has also helped the Tartans in this inning. Here's a line driver, and Kai Gross with a sure-handed catch. Had to go down to one knee to make it, and it's a great play to end the inning. Carnegie Mellon will add to their lead, and it's a 3-0 ball game, rather. Bottom of the second, Stevie Rieger will lead off for the Spartans. Another one of these seniors. And she has had a phenomenal senior season, leads the team in batting average. She's hitting .437 on the year. She's hit 4 home runs, 14 doubles in her 45 hits. It's tied for the second most on the team. She's also stolen 21 bases. She's actually tied with her teammate Kella Jagoda for the third most in program history, as this one is drilled over to third. A wobbler by Coco Sagaha, and she gets it up and will make the out at first. So Stevie Rieger retired quickly. It'll bring up Kayla Nutter, who's done nothing but hit home runs this weekend. She's hit 2 of them. In fact, the first 2 of her career.
Now batting,
came in, did the first one as a pinch hitter. Second one was yesterday in the first game. She started at the DP spot today, getting the start on third base. She's another senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Kayla Nutter, a statistics major. Planning to continue work in that field upon graduation. She actually was down in Vegas earlier this semester, working at the Super Bowl, doing some stat-related work there. So she got to be in the stands, got to see all of that firsthand. She was there for the whole week leading up. Got to be a part of all the Super Bowl experience. And 4 straight balls. Kayla Nutter's on base. And the first Spartan on base comes off a walk. Again, something Amanda Smith does not do very often. In this series, she's walked just 5 batters.
Number 4, Jordan Van Warren.
Brings up Jordan Manwarren. Mentioned there are 8 seniors for the Spartans in the starting lineup here today. She's another one of them. Manwarren catching today for the Spartans as well. And after she graduates here in a couple weeks, she's planning to pursue a PhD. Heading over to WashU, a PhD in physical therapy. This one will go to left field. That's a base hit for Manwarren, who's also had a good series. And it'll put 2 runners on with just 1 out. Jordan Manwarren on the year hitting .303. That was her 11th hit of the season. She's also driven in 8 runs. So Nutter moves to second, and it brings up Savannah Gazda. Gazda, who's had just 1 at-bat in this series, but recorded a single. She's a senior from Mount Prospect, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. And actually, just earlier this week, committed to George Washington University for law school, and she'll start there in the fall. This one's going to be fouled off into left field. The Spartans playing from behind, down 3-0. Haven't had a deficit this large at any point in this series. This one's going to be popped up. Runners will tag off, and the catch is made. There's Maya Goodwin at short. And mentioned she's in the field today, not at the DP spot. So before Gazda heads off, she'll have some words for the Spartans designated player, Abby Rizutko, another one of those seniors.
Now batting, number 28, Abby Rizutko.
With 2 outs and 2 runners on. Rizutko in just her 5th at-bat of the year. We saw her catching at the end of game 1 yesterday in the doubleheader. Rizutko, one of the seniors, actually planning to come back next year. She spent some time doing co-ops. Spent a whole year off, so she'll come back and finish her undergrad degree next season and planning to play in her 5th year as well. She has an 0-2 count. She'll watch this one go outside, and Lee tried to frame it. Didn't get the call. That's Allison Lee, the catcher for Carnegie Mellon, who just scored in the top of the 2nd after she hit a double into left. 3-0 count. Rizutko swinging, fouls it off. Smith will keep this one low and inside. She's fighting back. The count is now full. It was 3-0 just moments ago. Smith looking for her first strikeout of the day. Would love to have it end this inning. And she'll get it up high with that rise ball. Amanda Smith, her 102nd strikeout of the season, will retire the side. And the Tartans holding on to their 3-0 lead.
Sakai.
So some changes to the Spartan lineup. So Jenny Yaklich got the start in the circle, pitched 2 innings. And now Lexi Miskey is back in, and she's the Spartans' ace. Miskey on the year, mentioned her 1.77 ERA. She's 18-3. And has started 20 of her 29, now 30 games she's played in. This one's a foul ball. Lexi's got 160 strikeouts on the year. Compare that to just 52 walks. She's the UAA leader in that category by a mile. In fact, second place is Amanda Smith, who we've seen on the other side for Carnegie Mellon. This one's fouled off on the 0-2 pitch. Miskey has had an incredible career against Carnegie Mellon. Has had as many as 13 strikeouts against this Tartan team. On Friday, she got the start and she had 12 strikeouts in that game. So far this series has 16 in total. This one's popped up. And Miskey tried to chase it down alongside Caitlin Lamb, junior catcher from Bolingbrook, Illinois, who stepped in for Jordan Manwaran. Lamb is the typical starter on the season. She started 35 of now 37 games. And another foul ball will extend this at bat. The count stays 0-2. Lamb has played incredibly well this season, catching as a defender, and it seems like nothing gets by her. Coach Josie Henry talked about that a couple weeks ago and said she's really stepped into that role very nicely as a junior this season. This one's high and outside. And ball 1. No other changes in the field for the Spartans. Again, a senior-laden lineup here on Senior Day. In fact, before the game, many of the parents who were out here this weekend came out and helped warm up the players playing catch with their daughters. Parents of seniors and of some of the younger players who are here in town as well. Over on the back of the Spartan dugout, there's a lot of chalk writing, drawings, congratulating the seniors, all 8 of them on this team. Sagaya drills this one over to third, and Kayla Nutter will make the throw. Nutter's had some nice plays in the field. She had a really good one yesterday, a ball that looked like it was going to slice down that left field line. Nutter scooped it up, full 180 to make the throw to second and record an out. It's the first out of the inning in a game where Carnegie Mellon has scored in the first and second. Here we're in the top of the third on a cloudy day here in Cleveland as Goodwin grounds to short. Potts first. Gazda makes the catch, and that's the second out, quickly retiring Maya Goodwin. Goodwin, who got on base in her first at-bat and sent a run home as well. Here's Faith Lawrence for Carnegie Mellon. She's had a great season. Has not played every game for them, making just her 22nd appearance for the Tartans this year, as that one's sent into left field. Her .404 batting average on the year will not get her a hit this time. Stevie Rieger makes the catch out and left. That'll end the inning. A quick one for Lexi Miskey. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. 3-0, Tartan still on top. First pitch from Amanda Smith here in the bottom of the third. That's Kella Jagoda. Kella, another one of the seniors in this lineup, the center fielder. Kella's had a great career as a Spartan as she slaps this one for a foul, hitting .310 in her career. She's got 126 hits. She has appeared in every single game over the past 4 years for the Spartans, and she has started all but 2. This season she's hitting .287, and she's going to send this one into left field. Will it drop? No, Jasmine Chow is there. And that's the first out. This is a senior class for the Spartans that has the most wins of any 4-year stretch in program history. They also have the best 4-year winning percentage. They're 122-31. That's .797 winning percentage. So winning about 80% of their games over the past 4 years. Yesterday, with the Wash U loss and the Spartans' 2 wins, they were able to clinch their 3rd straight outright UAA title. They have not done that as a team since 1997 to 99. They didn't win an outright title between 1999 and then until they did it in 2022. Back in 2015, they shared the title 3 ways, but were not an outright winner until 22. As this foul ball from Karen Potts goes over to third, and Coco Saga makes the catch. 2 outs quickly. And the Spartans still with just 1 hit. But again, back to that senior class, they've also made 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances. Of course, one of them will be this year, so still waiting to see what they're able to accomplish. Last year they were defeated in the regionals. 2 years ago, however, they made it to the super regionals, went over to Trine University, and were defeated there. Kai Gross, and that looked like it hit the bottom of the bat. Kind of put it in front of her to keep from getting hit.
Should be a strike. It wasn't going. See? Dead ball. Dead ball strike.
It's Coach Monica Harrison over for Carnegie Mellon, with some discussion with home plate umpire Kathy Graff. Gross into left field. Fly ball is caught by Jasmine Chow. She's had an active inning, and she gets 2 of the 3 outs for the Tartans. Spartans still with no score, down 3. We'll head into the 4th. Allison Lee doubled in her first at-bat. She would come around and score just a few moments later, and the first pitch that she sees today from Lexi Miskey is high and out for ball number 1. Caitlin Lamb did a nice job to get under that. Miskey in her first inning, just an inning ago, the first batter she faced an 8-pitch at-bat as she gets the first strike swinging. And then the next two batters were retired, both on the first pitch. So just a 10-pitch inning in the bottom, or rather top of the third, for Lexi Miskey. This one low and inside for ball 2. Miskey a year ago setting the program record with 207 strikeouts on the year. She's chasing that number once again this year with 160. This one's popped up, and Miskey makes the catch. Backpedaling to get under it. And stuck her glove out. She almost looked surprised that she was able to make that catch. High fives Kayla Nutter over there. And all smiles for the Spartan infield after that play. Miskey's also chasing the program's career strikeout record. This season, she can beat it. She's only 5 away from tying it. 6 will beat it.
Now batting, number 1, Allie Rome.
So Allie Rome is back up to bat. She reached on a fielding error in her first at-bat. This one at the edge of the strike zone for strike 1. We talked a lot yesterday about how tight that strike zone was, especially in the first game. And it's certainly loosened up in game 2, and it's a lot looser here today. This one's fouled back. But that first game yesterday, pitchers were really struggling, especially in the walks category. Carnegie Mellon batters walked 7 times, Spartans as well, so 14 combined walks between the two teams. So far in this game, we've only had 1 walk between the two teams. It was Kayla Nutter for the Spartans. The 2 pitchers we've seen for Case Western Reserve have yet to walk anyone. Here's a strikeout swinging, and that's that fastball that Lexi Miskey is so good at. That's her first of the day. On your senior day here at Mather Park.
Beal.
As Maddie Beal will step up next. She's 1 for 1 as well. She drove in one of the runs in the top of the second. The Tartans with 4 hits coming in those first 2 innings, 3 runs off of them, and a fielding error as well. 2 of those runs were earned, 1 was not. As Allie Rome scored, but she reached on an error. Called strike 2, and Lexi Miskey can get 2 of 3 with 1 more here in the top of the 4th. Look at yesterday, how well the Spartans played. They won 12-3 and then 9-0, and Lexi Miskey will get Beal swinging. So does get 2 strikeouts in the top of the 4th. She's closing in on the career program record, and she's keeping the Spartans alive. 3-0 Carnegie Mellon. Bella Russo will start things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Bella Russo hit her first home run of the season yesterday. Russo on the year hitting .340 now, has hit 2 triples and 6 doubles as well. 32 hits. This one is a fly ball into center. It's going to get over Boucher. Russo will round first. She's going to go into second, sliding in, and she's safe there. A double for Bella Russo. And just talking about those double numbers, that's her 7th now of the season, and a quick runner in scoring position for Stevie Rieger, the cleanup hitter, and the top hitter on this Spartan team so far this season. Again, .437 is her batting average coming into this one. Senior from Napoleon, Ohio in left field. Has been there all year, has been there throughout her career. Has been a talented player. After graduation, she plans to apply to PA school, physician's assistant school. That hit by Bella Russo, by the way, just the second of the day for the Spartans. Team that typically hits so well. Mentioned yesterday that they amassed 10 hits for the 15th time this year. The 1-1 pitch outside. Rieger wouldn't chase. Rieger, of the regular batters on this team, has actually struck out the least amount of times. Just 6 strikeouts in this, her 105th at bat. And she was looking to smoke that one. It'll make it a 2-2 count. Amanda Smith so far has given up 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. It's been a very productive day for her. One of the top pitchers in the conference as Rieger fouls this one back.
Carnegie's up 3-0.
Mentioned Smith's strikeout numbers on the year, 102, including the one she had earlier today, a 2.49 ERA, a very good number.
We're cool where we're at.
Rieger swinging and missing, a rare sight, and Smith gets her.
We'll do. Thanks for the ball. Bye.
And there is the first out of the inning. Russo stays where she is on second base as Kayla Nutter comes back up to bat. Nutter walked in her first plate appearance.
Now batting number 14, Kayla Nutter.
Last time the Spartans had senior day against this Carnegie Mellon team, it was 2 years ago here at Mather Park, and they won that game in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 7th. It was a 2-run home run from, at the time, senior Grace Young. In fact, it was Bella Russo who was on first base who scored on that walk-off home run as well. Those were the 2 runs that pushed them on top. It was a 6-5 victory for the Spartans. Here they're trailing 3-0. This one goes in the dirt. Allison Lee did a nice job to get on top of it. Three straight balls to begin the at-bat. Smith has only walked Kayla Nutter today. Will she do it again? Not just yet. And now she will. So Nutter 2 walks, the only 2 walks today. Actually, the only 2 walks still for either team. No Tartan has walked on their end. So it's Nutter on first, Russo on second, and it's Jordan Manwaring, who started the game catching, has moved
Number 4,
into the designated player slot. And Jordan is 1 for 1 on the day already. Had the first hit, the second one coming earlier in this inning from Bella Russo. Here's that rise ball from Amanda Smith. Manwarren won't chase, ball 1. Coach Josie Henry would like to have a conversation with Kathy Graff. It looks like we may have a pinch runner coming in. It looks like Nyla Durham is going to step in for Kayla Nutter. Nyla Durham is the regular starter in right field. Of course, everything shifted around today for the Spartans with Senior Day, trying to get all 8 of those seniors in the lineup. Nyla Durham is very fast, not only in right field, but as a base runner as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at first base for the Spartans, number 33, Nyla Durham.
Durham coming over this her first year. One of a couple talented first-year players for the Spartans. Durham has scored 19 runs this season. Yesterday was giving Carnegie Mellon headaches when she was on second base and continued to threaten to steal third. This one's outside. It's a 2-1 count for Jordan Manwarren. Again, already has a hit today. She'll send this one into left field. Runners will tag up as Jasmine Chow will get under it. The throw comes into third, so no one will advance. Everyone stays. And that's the second out. Looks like we'll have another lineup change, because Biz Berry is stepping up to the plate. Didn't start this game. She's another regular starter for the Spartans. And she typically starts over at third base. It was Kayla Nutter who's been starting there today. And Nyla Durham running for Nutter right now on first base. So Biz Berry comes in. She's been another one of these top players for the Spartans. One of 6 players on this Spartan regular starting lineup who's hitting over 300. Throw Jordan Manwarren into that mix as well. She's played in 28 games. They've got 7 of them. Biz Berry hitting 380 on the year. This is actually the first game all season that she has not started. And she's making her 101st at bat. 38 hits, including 6 doubles and 24 runs batted in. And she had a great day yesterday. In game 3 of this series, so game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader, she was 1 for 2, drove in 3 runs. Then in that first game, drove in 3 more off of 2 hits. Berry's one of just a couple sophomores on this Spartan team. She's from Plymouth, Minnesota. 2-1 pitch. She'll pop this one up in the infield. Runners are gone. And the catch is made by Allie Rome coming over from second. So a leadoff double from Bella Russo, and the Spartans are unable to turn it into scoring. It remains 3-0 heading into the 5th. So the Spartans have gone back to pretty much what's their regular starting lineup after all those hitting changes, pinch runners, and all that. So here's what it is. Stevie Rieger stays where she's at in left. Kella Jagoda stays in center. Nyla Durham is back in right field. Biz Berry goes to third. The middle infield's the same, Potts and Kai Gross. And then Bella Russo moves down. She was in right. She's now at first. Caitlin Lamb is catching, and Lexi Miskey is pitching. 2 straight scoreless innings for her. And she's got 2 strikeouts. She got them both in the top of the 4th. Here they are trailing 3-0, the Spartans are. As the first one's a ground ball. Gets by Miskey. Won't get by Potts. Sprinted over there. Made the throw to first. And Bella Russo full extension to record the out. And Lexi Miskey with a sigh of relief.
Now batting, number 6,
Was unable to get down to make that play herself, but Karen Potts got her back. So it brings the Tartans back to the top of their lineup after the Jasmine Chow ground out. Here's Kira Boucher. She'll show bunt. She'll go for it. Miskey, the throw to first, and it's over the head of Kai Gross. And tipped off her glove. Couldn't get it. So Boucher, who reached once on a fielder's choice and now on an error.
Number 22, Kira Manji.
Brings up Kira Manji. Manji's 1 for 2 as well. 1 of 4 hits for the Tartans. Showing Steele to go to second. The pitch was a little bit outside. So it took Lamb a second to set up and make that throw. Successful steal for Boucher. This is a Tartan team that's only stolen 2 bases in this series, but they were 2 for 2. Now make it 3 for 3. Miskey's pitch a little bit outside for ball 2. It's a Tartan team on the season that's stolen now just 66 bases. Won't do it a whole lot. .30 is the count for Kira Manji. And this one will find the strike zone. Lexi Miskey with 2 strikeouts on the day. A runner on second now with 1 out. Miskey came in the 3rd inning after Jenna Yaklich started things off. Manji thought that was a little bit outside. Miskey found the corner. Fills up the count. There's called strike 3. And it's the 3rd strike for Lexi Miskey. So from a 3-0 count, she throws 3 straight strikes. And she catches Manji looking.
Number 30, Coco Sagaa.
So Lexi Miskey just 2 strikeouts away now from tying the program career record. First pitch fouled off by Coco Sagaa. And now she'll have a conversation with head coach Monica Harrison. As for the Spartans, Caitlin Lamb over to talk to her pitcher. Lexi Miskey looks to be smiling, so whatever they're talking about, they seem to be having a good time doing it. fouled off again. So 2 straight foul balls. Miskey trying to retire the side. Here's another one. That one's drilled right over the top of the Spartan dugout. Dugouts, again, decorated today on the back side of it for senior day. Little notes and messages from the rest of the team to honor the 8 seniors we've talked about over the course of the game. Right now it's a junior pitcher, Lexi Miskey. This one's lined over to Karen Potts. There's a first-year player alert and ready for that one. There's 3 more outs. And it's still 3-0 heading into the bottom of the 5th. Caitlin Lamb didn't start the game but came in to catch. Just the second time this year that she did not start. Of course, it was senior day and Jordan Manwaran got the start. This one is going to be fouled past the third base line. She gets a lot of her hits off the first pitch, so she came out swinging off of Amanda Smith. Again, has had a good game. 2 strikeouts, just 2 walks, 2 hits, and no runs given up to this Spartan team. And it's a Spartan team that averages nearly 7 runs a game. 0-2 count for Lamb. Lamb's hitting .265 on the year. He's got 2 doubles and 2 home runs as well. This one, they're going to check if she went. Didn't look like it from here. The call is no, she didn't. Pitch was a little bit outside. It was down and out. Wind picking up just a little bit here at Mather Park. It's been a cloudy day. And this one tight. We avoided rain yesterday. The players had tarped the field on Friday night. It was a nice day. It was a little bit warm yesterday. Similar weather as Lamb grounds this one into the hole. It gets just past Maya Goodwin, and she'll get herself on first base. It'll bring up Kella Jagoda, one of 8 seniors here. Jagoda alongside Jordan Manwaran, Savannah Gazda, Kayla Nutter, Jenna Yaklich, Kylie Gross, Stevie Rieger, and Abby Rizutko. All the seniors who got the start today after the Spartans a day ago clinched their 3rd straight UAA championship coming into the weekend, they were unsure if that was going to happen, and if it was, when. The Spartans, in theory, had to win all 4 games this weekend, assuming Wash U won all 4 of their games down in St. Louis. They're hosting Emory this weekend. Then Wash U on Friday night, they didn't finish their game. They had a weather delay, so they're actually picking that game up this morning. But a couple weeks ago in St. Louis, the Spartans dropped 3 games to the Wash U Bears, and that's why the Bears had the tiebreaker over the Spartans. So if they were to finish with the same record, Wash U would get the automatic bid to the NCAA postseason. But with their loss yesterday and the Spartans having won 3 games already in this series, they had a 2-game lead with 1 game to play, so they clinched. And after that game, I asked some of the players, because the Wash U game ended during that clinching game for the Spartans. The Wash U loss, that is. And I asked a couple of the players, did you know that you had won the UAA? And most of them said no. There were some rumblings, somebody in the crowd maybe saying something about Wash U losing, but nobody really knew for sure until Otto Pennica, the public address announcer, said it at the end of the game. He said congratulations to the Spartans for winning their 3rd straight UAA title, and there was some shock on some of the faces, but a good shock, as the players were excited as Kella Jagoda fouls this one off. The players then posed with the banner that we had up here in the press box. They have since taken it down to their locker room over just a few feet away here on the north side of campus. Full count for Jagoda. Another foul ball. That one is drilled past the left field line. Trying to stay alive in this at-bat. With no outs, she's got Caitlin Lamb on first. This one, a similar spot, can't keep it fair. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat will be next from Amanda Smith. It's a long one. Kella Jagoda continuing to fight in there against a really good pitcher. This one's high, and that's ball 4. Kella will walk to first. The Spartans struggled against Amanda Smith on Friday as well, really except for 2 hits. They had 2 2-run home runs in the bottom of the 3rd in Friday evening's game. Kayla Nutter hit 1, Stevie Rieger with the other. And they scored 6 runs off of 5 hits. Today, just 2 hits. Caitlin Lamb on second. She reached on an error, a fielding error by the shortstop, Maya Goodwin. And then Kella Jagoda moments ago walked to first. It's the 3rd walk of the day for Spartan batters. Kayla Nutter had walked twice, and now Jagoda. And it brings them back to the top of their lineup. It's Karen Potts, who's 0 for 2 today, and we really don't see that stat line a whole lot from her. She's hitting .422, and she has 49 hits on the season. And both coaches out now to have a quick conversation with their respective teams. Coach Josie Henry huddled up with the Spartans, wearing their all-gray uniforms here today. And Monica Harrison out in the circle. Carnegie Mellon in their all-black. So we'll resume play with a 2-0 count. Amanda Smith pitching to Karen Potts. Potts has driven in 27 runs on the season. She's got 5 home runs as well. She's got a runner in scoring position with Caitlin Lamb on second. There's another ball. That'll make it 3-0. Coming off a walk. This one's high. That's 2 straight for Smith, and that'll load the bases with no outs, and the Spartans couldn't ask to be in a better position. With Kylie Gross coming up, she actually hit a grand slam yesterday in that first game.
Now batting, number 17, Kylie
It was in
Gross.
the third inning when the Spartans were already up 6-1. It put them up 10-1, and they could use one now. They're down 3. They have just 2 hits on the day. The 1-1 pitch to Gross. She fouls this one off. Kai Gross has had an incredible series up to this point. Has driven in 7 runs, including again 4 off of that grand slam yesterday. Has 3 hits, 7 runs herself. Fouled it off once again. All of that after going 0 for 3 on Friday, which is very uncharacteristic for her. Has been one of the top hitters in this Spartan lineup all 4 years she's been here at Case Western Reserve. On the season, hitting .398. She'll go for this one. They've got the force play at home, and they'll get Lamb before she can slide in. So on the fielder's choice, the bases will remain loaded and get 1 out. Brings up Bella Russo to the plate.
Number 11, Bella Russo.
Russo, the junior, who started this game in right field. The first time she started there this season. Again, with senior day lineup changes, and she moved over to first. First pitch is the go-to rise ball from Amanda Smith. It's high for ball 1. She's got 3 really good base runners on. This one over to first. Lawrence will tag up, sliding into home. Jagoda's safe. So Lawrence gets the out at first. Again, on the fielder's choice, she tried to go for the double play going home, but Kella Jagoda manages to slide in. That's the advantage of having that speed on the bags there. So Jagoda gets the Spartans on the board. Bella Russo drives in the run. And they've narrowed the lead. It's 3-1. Still 2 runners in scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Stevie Rieger. Talked about how good she's been throughout this season, but also this series. She's been the top hitter for the Spartans in the regular lineup, hitting .667. She'll foul this one back. 4 hits on 6 at-bats, including a home run. She's driven in 3 runs. Has also walked once and has been hit 1 time. She got hit in the left hip, upper thigh area a couple days ago. This one just outside. And a tough pitch to take, but a good one for Stevie Rieger. 1-1 count. Still, after all of this, just 2 hits for the Spartans. Another pitch is outside. Gets the signal from Coach Josie Henry. Can drive in 2 runs potentially with the base hit. That would tie this game. Spartans don't trail very much. hadn't trailed by 3 runs since a couple weekends ago when they were over at Wash U in a series where they really struggled. They felt like they had to get back on track afterwards. Did that last weekend at Brandeis as this fly ball is sent into shallow center. And Kira Boucher comes up to make the catch. So after bases loaded and no outs, they get out of that jam with just 1 run. The Tartans, a nice job defensively to keep their lead at 2 heading into the 6th. Miskie's first pitch of the inning. Maya Goodwin is up at the plate. Goodwin is 1 for 2 on the day, has driven in a run. She's hitting .352 on the season, including today. Has 5 home runs, 32 runs, 23 batted in. She's got 1 of the 4 hits for the Tartans today, but none of those coming since the 2nd inning, since Lexi Miskie stepped into the circle. She's been phenomenal, as she has been all season. She's chasing the career program record for strikeouts, and she can tie or break that record today. 2 more will tie, 3 will break it. She's got 3 Ks on the day, but right now she's in a 3-0 count. Saw her earlier fight back from a 3-0 count to get 3 straight strikes. So certainly has done it before. But this time she'll walk Goodwin. Spartans trying to get out of the inning and get their offense back in. They started to get something going in the bottom of the 5th. They scored on a fielder's choice play. It was Bella Russo, the first baseman, who drilled one over to Faith Lawrence, who's stepping up to the plate now. Lawrence stepped on first base, tried to make the throw home, and Kella Jagoda just beat her there. Lawrence shows bunt, won't go for it. Kai Gross covers second. Lamb will make the throw there, but everyone's safe. Lawrence hitting over 400 after yesterday, but she's 0 for 2 so far today. She's got 2 home runs, 13 runs driven in on the year. Maya Goodwin's got some real speed too. We've seen her round 2nd and 3rd and come in and score. She did that twice yesterday, and Miskie gets, the pitch gets away from her and hits Lawrence actually in the back. She was turning away from it. And that's the 4th time this series Alexi Miskie has hit a batter. That includes a couple days ago when she hit back-to-back hitters. Kira Boucher has been hit twice, in fact. She's probably, looking at that, glad that it's not her once again. Faith Lawrence still shaking it off. It's a tough pitch, but she's saying she's okay. So a walk and a hit by pitch to get 2 runners on.
Now batting number 9, Allison Lee.
Allison Lee's up at the plate. Had a double in the second inning. That's her one hit today in her 2 at-bats. Shows bunt. Gets it down. Barry will go to first. That's Biz Barry. And there's a conversation over at third base because Maya Goodwin got tripped up. Spartans were trying to cover the bags with that bunt coming in, and Goodwin is down. So we're going to step aside while the officials get together and talk about this. So first concern, Maya Goodwin looks to be okay. She's standing up at third base, and the reason she's on third, call was for an obstruction. It looked like Lexi Miskey, when she was trying to cover third base, stepped in front of Goodwin, tripped her up. The conversation was about whether or not Maya Goodwin was rounding third and coming home, so officials got together, talked about it, said she wasn't. So she's on third base. Faith Lawrence is over on second after Allison Lee got the bunt down. She was out at first. So it brings up Allie Rome. Allie Rome does not have a hit today. She struck out once, reached on an error as well. Rome did score in the second inning, one of those 2 runs, those 2 of the 3 that Carnegie Mellon has on the day. So here's how we got to this point. We had a walk, a hit by pitch, and then a sac bunt. That's the 1 out. So we got Goodwin on third and Lawrence on second. Still no hits in the game against Lexi Miskey. Came in the third inning. Senior Jenna Yaklich got the start, as this one is a fly ball to right. Nyla Durham will have to get the throw in home. And nearly got it there, but Goodwin's going to slide in or run in standing up. And that's going to be another run for Carnegie Mellon. It'll extend the lead back up to 3, answering the 1 run the Spartans scored in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting number 18, Maddie Beal.
As Nyla Durham in right, making that throw home and nearly got it there to Caitlin Lamb. Lawrence advances to 3rd. It's the 2nd out of the inning, and the Spartans trying to dodge a bullet. They've got a runner still on 3rd to deal with. Pitch low, and Maddie Beal had to hold back. Spartans came in to this weekend ranked 10th in the country. They've clinched the UAA conference title, so they'll be in the postseason again. We'll wait a couple weeks to see who they play. Next weekend they have a game here at home on Sunday against Mount Union. The following week, there will be a double header against the University of Chicago coming into town. And then after that, it'll be postseason play. The Spartans have hosted in the NCAA regionals the last 2 years here at Mather Park. 2 years ago, they got out of it into the super regionals. Last year, they were defeated here by Hiram. As this pitch just inside for another walk. And the Spartans not typically used to playing from behind.
Number 12, Jasmine Chow.
Jasmine Chow will try to extend the lead. Runners on the corners now for the Tartans. Miski's first pitch. A beautiful strike. She's gone to her fastball. Has not really brought out the changeup today, and that's something she's worked on over the course of this season. We've seen it more and more, but not a whole lot just yet. Rise ball a little bit high. Count is 1-1. It's Beal on first, Faith Lawrence on third. Already 1 run here in the top of the 6th off a sac fly. And the Spartans are going to have a conversation. Coach Josie Henry will come out to the circle. When Coach Henry comes out, the entire team will come in to hear what she has to say, the outfielders and all. It's no different here. Carnegie Mellon will have their own conversation with Coach Monica Harrison. You can see Lexi Miski talking to Coach Henry. Coach Henry herself was an All-American pitcher at Ashland Division II school. She was class of 2004, had a career 1.1 ERA. That was Ashland record at the time. She also had over 1,100 strikeouts in her career, so she certainly knows what she wants her pitcher to do. She's got an All-American pitcher in the circle, Lexi Miski, from a year ago. Has had a bit of a rougher inning. Has walked a couple batters, hit one, and a sac fly allowed 1 run to come home. We've got a full count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The lead could be extended. Well, the Spartans could get out of the inning just down 3. Pitch from Miskey, fouled off. We'll go again. The pitch from Miskey. This one a ground ball into center. It'll bring 1 run home. Faith Lawrence will walk into home. And Jasmine Chow with an RBI. Her first hit of the day extends the Tartan lead to 4. And it's the first hit given up by Lexi Miskey in this game. And the first hit that the Tartans have gotten since the second inning. They scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and now 2 here in the top of the 6th, putting the Spartans in quite the hole. Spartan team that struggled. The Tartan pitcher has been great today, Amanda Smith. And the Spartan pitcher, Lexi Miskey, still has 2 runners on to deal with. And she's just trying to get out of this inning now. Kira Boucher officially 0 for 3 on the day. Pitch is low in the dirt, Lamb's on top of it. This type of plays, under the reason that Coach Henry says she's been really good this year defensively. If that ball gets away from her, runner's going from second to third. That puts the Spartans in quite the pickle. Instead, it's a ground ball here to short. Karen Potts makes the throw to second. Had the force play with Kai Gross. And they'll get out of the inning, but 2 runs add to the Carnegie Mellon lead. Largest deficit of the day for the Spartans. It's 5-1. Kayla Nutter has walked twice today. Nyla Durham pinch ran for her, but Nutter's back in the lineup. Officially no at-bats on the day, just walked twice, that's all. First pitch from Amanda Smith is a strike. Smith has 2 strikeouts has given up just the 1 run. Officially no earned runs because there was an error. She's walked 4 batters. Other than that, it's been near perfect game for her. Just 2 hits given up to the Spartans. Nutter got a good one there, but it's fouled off. It was Coach Henry over at third base who had to duck to get under that. Makes it a 1-2 count. The only players with hits, Jordan Manwaring, who's on deck, and then Bella Russo. Here's a good one from Nutter. Already hit 2 out of the park. This one's at the wall. Nutter will round in and go to second. Stand-up double for Kayla Nutter, who's had a phenomenal series. It's the 3rd hit for Kayla Nutter, actually the only hit that she's had now this series that has not been a home run, but they've all been for extra bases. She's driven in 4 runs as well off the 2 home runs, and now she needs some help. She's got to get sent home, and Jordan Manwaring has a chance to do it. She's 1 for 2 on the day, and Manwaring's numbers keep improving in the batter's box. She's now hitting .314 on the year. She's driven in 8 runs, and as a runner in scoring position. The last time, though, the Spartans started with a double, it was Bella Russo a couple innings ago. They loaded the bases with nobody out, and they were unable to score. One pitch. Manwaring will pop this one up to right. And the catch is made. Sure-handed is Maddie Beal, who's had a very quiet game out there in right field. Not a lot of action for her. So Biz Berry's up next. And didn't start this game.
Number 6, Biz Berry.
Came into the lineup. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Coming off a day where over 2 games she batted in 6 runs. And the Spartans are down 4. They need everything they can get right now. That first pitch tight inside, jammed up Berry, and it's a strike called. Berry gets a bit of this one into left. Nutter will tag up and the throw comes in. She can't advance. So 2 flyouts in a row for the Spartans after that Kayla Nutter double, and suddenly there's 2 outs. Caitlin Lamb reached on an error her last at-bat, or last plate appearance, rather.
To Caitlin Lamb.
And a base hit here could send Kayla Nutter home. But on the flip side, 4 outs will do it for Carnegie Mellon. They've lost 3 straight to the Spartans in this series. A day yesterday where the Spartans over 2 games scored 21 runs compared to just 3 for the Tartans, but today the script has been flipped. Tight pitch, ball 2. Lamb has driven in 10 runs this season, trying to add to that total. Another fly ball. It's the 3rd in a row, and this time Boucher is under it. So a double and then 3 flyouts, and the Spartans can't score, and it's a 5-1 Tartan lead heading into the final inning of play. Kiramanji will lead off the top of the 7th here. The Carnegie Mellon Tartans leading the home Case Western Reserve Spartans 5-1. If you're wondering the last time the Spartans lost a regular season game here at home, it was the season opener. Back in 2022, they were defeated by Mount Union. And the last time they lost overall here at home was in the postseason last year to Hiram in the NCAA Regionals. This season, they've been perfect here at Mather Park. But they would need 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to extend this game, 5 runs to win. And that's assuming they can hold the Tartans off here. They already scored 2 more in the top of the 6th. The Tartans did after they hadn't scored since the 2nd inning. Lexi Miskey on the day has pitched 4 innings, has struck out 3 batters, walked 2, hit 1, and has given up just 1 hit and 2 earned runs. Play at short. Potts going to first, and the catch not secured by Russo.
It's an error.
So that'll put Manji on at first. I'll officially call that an error and a very off day for the Spartans in the field. They have 3 errors. Line drive, Bisberry makes the catch. They can go for a double play, and they got it at first. What a play by Bisberry. The line driver caught me off guard from up in the press box, but Bisberry was alert, made the catch, and made the heads-up throw as the runner had to get back, and Bella Russo made the tag. An incredible play and a much-needed one for the Spartans. So suddenly, moments ago, it was a runner on first with no outs. Now it's 2 outs and the bases are empty for Maya Goodwin. Goodwin pops this one foul over top of the Spartan dugout. And suddenly an 0-2 count for Goodwin. Miskey looking for her 4th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That'll go for a foul. Extends the at-bat. Goodwin, a .352 hitter. Fouls it off once again. Miskey jammed her inside. What looked like it was going to be a troublesome inning for Lexi Miskey after that huge play by Barry. She's now 1 strike away from getting out of it. This one's popped up for a foul. It's going to go back and hit the top of the press box, in fact, right above our heads. And yet another foul ball. And this long at-bat continues, and it continues at an 0-2 count. Lexi Miskey, the junior biomedical engineering major, will try to strike out Maya Goodwin for her 4th of the game. Some shifting in the infield for the Spartans. This one's high, and the first ball of the at-bat. This one's popped up. This one could be caught, and Bella Russo in foul territory records the out. So the Spartans down by 4 in the bottom of the 7th. If they're going to win, it'll be walk-off fashion. They'll try to do it with just 3 hits on the board so far. 4-run deficit. The first pitch is popped up into left field, and it's a quick first out for Kella Jagoda. And the Tartans will need just 2 more to end things here. The Spartans have walked off just 1 game so far this season, and that was actually down in Florida. They were at a neutral site game, but they were scored as the home team for that one. They defeated Hope by a score of 6-5. So they'll have to walk this one today. Here they are at the top of their order, 1 out. Karen Potts, and she'll send this one deep into right center. It looks like it's going to fall for Kira Boucher, so 2 pitches and 2 outs. And 1 more would do it for Carnegie Mellon, trying to avoid getting swept by this Spartan team. Spartan team that has swept all but 1 UAA series so far this season. That was down against WashU in St. Louis. They've won every home game this year as they clinched a UAA title for the 3rd straight year. Here on senior day for the Spartans, had a lot of lineup changes at the beginning of the game, and not the typical starters that you see, but one of them here at the plate, Kai Gross. And again, 1 more out would do it. Going back to 2022, the post-COVID era in UAA play, the Spartans have defeated Carnegie Mellon 11 straight times, including the 3 here this weekend. Kai Gross will face 4 straight balls, and she'll walk. So it gives the Spartans a little bit of a lift, but Amanda Smith has played really well. She's at 110 pitches on the day, by far the most any Tartan pitcher has thrown in this series. Smith threw about 100 on Friday night. Bella Russo doubled a couple innings ago. It's her only hit. She's 1 for 3.
Now batting number 11.
But she got out on a fielder's choice where she drove in Kella Jagoda on the 1 run for the Spartans in the bottom of the 5th. They need to go on a run here. They're going to have a chance to walk this one off. Russo fouls this one off. Kai Gross is on first. She's the program all-time leader in stolen bases. With 2 outs here, you wonder if she's going to get a chance to go. It's an 0-2 pitch. Russo will pop this one in the infield. Maya Goodwin is under it. That'll end the game. Carnegie Mellon takes down the Spartans 5-1. They avoid the sweep. The Spartans finish their weekend 3-1. They finish, regardless of the outcome of this game, as UAA champs. So again, the Spartans will be back here in action next Sunday. That game will be against Mount Union. And that game, the first pitch will be at 1 p.m. right here at Mather Park. We hope to see you there. But for everyone here at Case Western Reserve University, I'm Sarazucci. Thank you as always for tuning into our broadcast. We'll see you next week.